precocious, atrocious, outrageous, audacious, contagious, and let's face it, easy on the eyes, toy of joy, puppet on a string, Baruki! For those of you seeing double, the nondescript Hangul outside was in fact speaking the truth. You have stumbled your way into the world-famous, indispensable Jerry Riviera and Baruki show. But what you don't know is tonight is an historic night. Thank you. A night like no other. My beautiful babies, I am both deeply saddened and eternally elated to announce to you that tonight will be the final performance of the indispensable Jerry Riviera and Baruki show. That's right. I know. That's right. 41 years comes to an end tonight, and I haven't even told him yet. 41 goddamn years, babies! We've been doing the show for over 4 decades. 1971, that was the first show, a place called the House with Steps in Carroll, Iowa. That's in America. The place had 3 concrete steps leading up to the front entrance, which apparently was a point of pride for the place. You should have seen me. Big fresh smile on my face, not a nick on me. And Jerry, bright gold zoot suit, pencil-thin mustache, sweating like a dirty sponge. 5 minutes before showtime, he's pacing back and forth in the dressing room, wringing his hands chapped. And all of a sudden, he reaches up on the wall filled with souvenirs and heirlooms, and pulls me down this genuine 1955 Charlie McCarthy detective hat, pins it right to my head. I've wore it every day since. I'm telling you, after that first show, it was on. Soon enough, we were flawless. We were like jazz, man! Riffing off the crowd, riffing off each other. We were those scrappy underdogs you loved to root for, playing the seediest clubs, working the late slots for nothing but a few bouncers and a few cheating husbands hanging out with their mistresses. And I'll tell you, before we knew it, we were it. And there wasn't a topic in the world we wouldn't wrap around. Nothing too blue. That was our old saying. Nothing too blue. But classy, you know? We were magic. We really were. And our bits were fresh. The nine-knuckle ham, that was us. The Gomdok Watusi, Honey Badger's Folly, Puffers on Yorkshire, Diddy Bop's Messy Pants, Wall Street Gumdrop, we wrote all of those. You ever hear the grab-ass gimme gimme shimmy? I'll show you that one later. But for better or worse, there were off nights, but we were always professionals. Always have been. Why, if we felt like we were losing a crowd, I'd pull out the old Alabama schoolboy bit. Out of nowhere. Jerry would just dig deep and turn even the most venomous crowd into our little babies. That's what people liked about us. Johnny Carson loved us. We did the Tonight Show in 1981. Did it 3.5 times, but the first was in 1981. We went out there, did our 4 minutes, and it killed. Sure enough, afterwards, Johnny waves over Jerry. Jerry always got to sit with Johnny. And wouldn't you know it, Jerry strides right over there without missing a beat, plops me right down in Ed McMahon's lap. The crowd ate it up. Johnny's losing control. Ed's kind of grumbling, oh, you're a cute little guy, aren't you? That's what I loved about us. The way we could turn anyone into little babies. But lately, I'm not so sure. These days it seems like we're not it. We're more like one of those. You know, a while back, the bigger gigs became smaller gigs, and the smaller gigs became the bigger gigs, and that just seemed to keep happening. I mean, no offense, this place is really sharp. I mean, Pohang Cultural Center, it's a first for us, for sure. We almost did a show for the Queen. It used to be that the only thing stale in the room was the cigar smoke. We're good. We're great. Heck, there's even a time I would have said we were the best. No hesitation. It's just that we've been doing the same thing for so long. And sure, you tweak things over the years, dumb it down for the newer crowds. Politics becomes reality TV. The New York Times becomes memes. But it's just we've been doing the same thing for so long. And I'm not pointing fingers, I mean, I'm not, but Jerry ain't looking like Jerry anymore. He's looking changes, folks. You have to accept that. And I know I have to accept that, but it ain't easy. Watching the person you love, and I love Jerry, just lose a step. And then another. And then another. It's a painful fall from grace. What was so great about Jerry was that no matter what we were saying, and we could be cutting your mother down to her memories, was that he always kept it charming. Big old smile on his face to let you know everything was all right, kept everyone right in his pocket. But these days, the smile's different. It's crusty. You know, he's struggling to keep it hanging on his face. You ever hear people say, it's not what you say, but how you say it? Well, it's not the fact that things have changed that bugs me so much. It's how they've changed. And how they haven't. There used to be a time when Jerry wouldn't settle for anything less than class. Heck, when we would travel, he would demand 2 first-class tickets, put me right there in the seat next to him. You should have seen the stewardesses, of whom we have seen many. We used to do this big, right? On the airplanes, where Jerry would order up a whiskey and water. Just one. Put it right there in front of me. Little swizzle stick and everything. And every couple of minutes, secretly take a sip. Mess with their heads. I loved that bit. But now, we're taking a van. We're taking his van. We're taking his minivan. And I'm just shoved in the back seat, inside a janky, black, old Morbidoni accordion case, just waiting to be yanked out 5 minutes before the show. Can I get a Meg Juke? Oh, you can't drink it here, can you? You want to know what it's like to be me? I'll tell you what it's like to be me. You just wait. You sit in your box and you wait. All you have time to do is think. You know what I think about? I think about bits. Hundreds of bits. I got so many bits saved up. The chocolate thunder flyer, the robozine crier, the teeth shaker, the glass breaker, the rum roaster, the bun toaster, the wham bam glass breaker, jam on toast. This stuff is fresh like apples off the tree. But Jerry ain't about fresh anymore. Jerry's getting old. But Booby, I don't get old. I'm eternal. I'm forever. All I need every once in a while is a stitch here, some wood glue there, a once over with the buttery cheesecloth. I'm as good as the day I started. But Jerry's tired. He's real tired. You know, we used to spin gold, but now we're just spinning in circles. About an hour ago, we were backstage talking to Colton Teeter, your headliner for the night, and you guys have got to stick around for this guy. About 6'5", skinny enough to fit through a keyhole, an absolute riot. He comes up to Jerry and me with a picture, and it's Colton, about 6 years old, and us. That was a hoot. He said, Mr. Riviera, you and Baruki were my first real friends. Without you, I wouldn't be here today. You guys are living legends. You know what living legends means in show business talk? It means, I didn't know you were still alive. It means yesterday's news. It means it's time to quit pretending. Right then, at that moment, Jerry and I looked at each other. First time we really looked at each other in years. And right then, he knew. Jay's no dummy. Deep down, he knows the score. And at that second, I finally felt like I had permission. As weird as that sounds. And we've been staying together all these years for the kids. And the kids have all grown up. Well, my beautiful babies, you've wandered into a free show, and trust me, we're going to make it worth every penny. Rest assured that after everything I said, we're still going to give it everything we got. I promise. You're our babies. We wouldn't have it any other way. And now, ladles and gender benders, I am the precocious, atrocious, outrageous, audacious, contagious,